Match predictions for week 23 in the Premier League. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? West Ham versus Sunderland. I expect Sunderland to win this match. No long story. I expect them they can win it 2-0. Although West Ham, they've actually been trying. Like, I think they won their last match against Tottenham. They've actually been trying. They've been scoring. So, considering that fact, maybe West Ham could score one goal. So, yeah. But I believe Sunderland can win. Maybe 2-1. That kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Then Burnley versus Spurs. Both teams to lose. Both teams can lose for all I care. Spurs have shown that they can lose to anybody. As long as you're a professional football club, they will come and lose to you professionally. So I expect Spurs, Spurs is not above Spurs to lose to Burnley. Trust me, they are fully capable of doing that. But I'll just say both teams are terrible. So both teams can get 1-1. I think the result will end 1-1. Both teams to score. Yes. Then Fulham versus Brighton. I believe Fulham being at home, they might be able to edge Brighton very, very I think 1.5 can enter. Fulham could win 2-1. I know is that maybe just one goal difference, between the two clubs. So Fulham, I predict Fulham 2-1. You know what I'm saying? Manchester City versus Wolves. Maybe finally Erling Haaland can score a goal. This guy has gone 8 games, only 1 goal. That's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? So Manchester City versus Wolves. No matter how terrible Pep may be, I don't see him losing to Wolves, man. I don't see him losing to Wolves. It can never happen. Anything that make Pep to draw points against Wolves, we will call for Pep or we'll go drag him, honestly speaking. Anything that make him draw or lose to Wolves. But anyways, they are told my expect City to win this thing. They should come and transfer aggression to Wolves. 3-0. At least 3-0 that Pep should win this match. No long story. Haaland should score 2 goals there. Then Bournemouth versus Liverpool. I expect it to be a draw. Liverpool, they've drawn their last 4 games. Why not just make it 5? I mean, why not? You understand? Just for the sake of going 5 games in a row, where you draw the match. I believe Liverpool. I believe Liverpool can actually do that. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool, just do the same for us. Make it 5 draws in a row. You know what I'm saying? So Bournemouth, Liverpool. Bournemouth is at home. It doesn't matter actually. Bournemouth, home or away, they've been shaky so far. So I predict 2-2 draw. Bournemouth, Liverpool. Then on Sunday, Brentford versus Nottingham Forest. Brentford at home, they are always strong. They always throw ball inside your post, that kind of thing. They are set piece. They are the low-key second, set piece FC. Just behind Arsenal and maybe Manchester United. You know what I'm saying? So Brentford should be able to beat Nottingham Forest. It will be a tight game. Nottingham Forest, they always try their best to be defensive and stuff like that. I still see Brentford winning. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 1-0. Although if they don't keep clean sheets, maybe they'll win 2-1. Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. I also believe this will be a draw. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not convinced about Rosenwa. I'm sorry. I'm still not convinced that he's strong enough to go away, in a London derby and he'll go and win the game. I actually don't see it. I don't know. Chelsea fans, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure you guys too don't see it. You understand? So, yes, Crystal Palace versus Chelsea, I believe there's a hate watch in there somewhere. Deep down, there's a hate watch for me there. So, I believe Crystal Palace should either win or draw this game. But I'll just respect Chelsea. Like I said, I don't know much about Rosenau. I'll respect Chelsea and say a draw, 2-2. You know what I'm saying? It's not too difficult to score Crystal Palace nowadays. They concede a lot. Newcastle versus Aston Villa, you know what I'm saying? Home or away, for me, if you ask me, home or away. It can go either way, 2-1 either way. A winner, one of them will win. Because of these two teams, it's very difficult, honestly speaking. Newcastle in St. James Park, they're usually tough. Aston Villa, I don't know. Anyways, it's going to be a very tough game. I just say either of them can win it. 2-1 either way. You know what I'm saying? Home or away. But, Arsenal versus Manchester United, that is the most important match for us to come here and talk about. Enough of all these other small clubs, you understand? Match of the week, Arsenal versus Manchester United. Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal is in Emirates and Manchester United, we are coming as the visitors. Arsenal, you're supposed to entertain us, so you're supposed to show us love. You understand? But, Arsenal versus Manchester is always a tight game. It's always, forget the results, forget all these records. Arsenal versus Manchester United is always a test game, but just that Arsenal just somehow finds a way. They just somehow find a way to scam one goal. You understand? They just find a way to scrape one win. You understand? So it's not as if Arsenal always brutalize us or anything. They just know how to maneuver their way and they're not going to scrape one 9 minutes corner from Declan Rice. You understand? So I believe, Manchester United are coming there to, hopefully we can contain them the way we contain Manchester City. Hopefully we can come there and pack this bus. Pack a very nice Emirates bus. You understand? I believe this is going to be a draw, 1-1. Let me go straight to the point. This should be a draw, 1-1. I'm not intimidated by Emirates. I'm not scared of Arsenal or Emirates. You know what I'm saying? This is the match of the week and it's not going to disappoint. One team is not going to disappoint. We are going to draw this match, Arsenal, whether I like it or not. You get? So we have 1-1 draw or whatever the scoreline, but it's going to be a draw. So thank you very much. Okay, then the last match of the week, Everton versus Leeds. Leeds has been coming up, honestly speaking. They've actually been getting a string of good results. So Everton can win it 2-1 or they'll just draw this shit 2-2. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that's a prediction for the week. Let's see how many we get correct or how accurate actually that we were. Thank you very much. What are your thoughts?